Yeah. Well, someone asked me yesterday, someone who is an AI consultant, asked me uh, basically, how will the client know that it's good? If you're delivering content for the client to approve, like how will they even know if it's good? And I'm like, well, this is not a new problem. Like that's not a new question. Uh, because if you're a marketing agency or a consultant or anyone who's delivering content or stuff to approve to a business owner, you're still relying on their ability to know if it's good. And I think what he really meant is, where's your opportunity to sell them on the idea?
Aha. Yes.
Because in marketing agencies, that's a whole thing. Like you have to know how to sell the idea that this content calendar is good. With ProMode, we don't do that because we want you to reject things that you don't really love and approve things that hit home. Because in doing that, you're fine tuning those AI models. So,
And one other thing is giving you the ability to put the idea directly in. So it instead of like, here's a concept, here is content. Do you like the idea? Let me sell you on it. It's like, no, let's just start with the idea. Start with your
right.
idea.
And the idea, and just to further demystify that, because we are really trying to untrain the the minds of business owners when it comes to marketing, right? When we what we mean by idea isn't a marketing strategy. It isn't a slogan, it's not a campaign. What we mean is if you were a at a networking event and someone asked you what's new in your industry right now, what would your answer be, right? Or what's the last conversation you had with one of your clients? Or what's the biggest issue you see with your competitors, right? Like the things that those business owners are thinking about 24/7. You know, they've got their pulse on the economy, they've got their pulse on their clients, competitors. They are a wealth of knowledge of all of those things. And that's what they are used to communicating to marketing agencies who then turn it into content. With ProMode, you do not need to have the marketing language around it at all.
Mhm.
You simply input those cocktail party conversations or office conversations that you're having with your team about your industry, the state of your industry today, what your company's doing different. What did your last client say about you that you could turn into a testimonial, right? And then ProMode marketing magics, the whole thing into strategy, into your brand voice. You don't even have to know your brand voice
Mhm.
to use ProMode because ProMode knows.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, back to the client approval thing, this consultant, he's like, "I don't understand, like, how will they know it's good?" It's like that problem is not new. Um, and what we realized at ProMode is pretty early on, the client is the first customer of their own content. Like, duh, not the agency, not the audience of the client. The client is the first customer. And whether you're using an agency or an internal team or a tool like ProMode, if you, the decision maker on that content, doesn't like it, it will never see the light of day. So, how do you know it's good as a business owner? How do you know it's going to perform well? How do you know any of those things? Like, how do you know this is going to be ROI producing? Well, first, let's arrive at, will you approve it? Like, is this accurate about your company? Do you like the way it's written? Do you feel good with your name attached to this social post, this blog, this email? If so, approve it. And then we optimize for performance as we go. But if it never sees the light of day, if you never approve that content, it will never have a chance to perform anyway.
It's reverse engineer. I mean, oftentimes people put so much stock in strategy that okay, this thing has to turn into something that people scroll past eventually. And like you don't know what people will or will not scroll past. You just have no idea. So obviously what you should do is be putting out something that somebody feels great about. The owner of that business, I feel great about this, put it out there. Do that at high enough volume, then you'll start to figure out the stuff that will get people to stop, pay attention, and remember you. I mean, simple as that.
Well, that's the other thing. Like with frequency, if you're engaging an agency, the frequency of output, the number of deliverables you're given each month is so low. 11 pieces on average, 2 blogs a month, 2 social posts a week, 1 email newsletter a month. Standard fare for digital marketing agency scopes of work. If your output is so low, then every piece of content is crucial.
Yeah. Yep.
Because let's say you're engaging at $2,000 a month for SEO and you're getting 2 blogs a month. And your SEO agency says you should expect to see some results within 3 to 6 months. So
Hmm.
if that's 6 months, that's only 12 blogs, 12 pieces of content within that 6 months. So every blog you're approving, which is only 12, is very important. Each one makes up, almost 10%, 8%, or whatever, 8% of your projected SEO impact. So each one's got to be killer. But with a massive content strategy where your frequency is higher, where you're doing 5 blogs a month and you're doing 20 social posts a week instead of 2, all of a sudden it's like, okay, each one isn't the end all be all of my performance metrics, nor am I paying as much for each one. I'm reviewing them faster because they're delivered easier. It's like all of those very expensive costs throughout of time and money are streamlined and condensed dramatically in a platform like ProMode.